What it do, y'all? It's your girl Makeup and Travel, and for today's video I am finally bringing you guys an update on my 12 of my project pan, and it's what's called 12 by New Year's. But I did want to give you guys some updates for my channel. First of all, this is the first video that I've recorded since the new year. Everything else has been pre-recorded, and I just wanted to thank Makeup Struggles again for the really awesome shout out. It still is crazy to me that she even follows me, let alone watches my videos. It baffles me, to be quite honest. But I'm really appreciative, and I'm really happy that she sees something in me to even shout me out. And I also want to thank everybody who's come over to my channel because of her recommendation. I really do appreciate it, and I hope I do a good job in this year to keep you guys motivated to watch my channel. Yeah, I think that's it. I do want to tell you guys the more questioned items on my face, just because, you know, you might want to know. So on my lips is one of the items in my project pan. I will link it up in the cards. It's my project pan where I finish up all my minis, and this is a sheer liquid lipstick from Stila, and it's in Morello, so that's why if it looks a little patchy, I did try and go back over it. Yeah. Next, I'm testing out a highlighter from Dose of Colors, and it is in Melonade. It's in Melonade, so that's that. And then on my eyes, I'm finally getting to this, and this is the MakeupAddiction's Sinful Eyes palette. I basically used all of the mattes and then one shimmer. So yeah, that's how that is. Oh, and I did want to say, I swear I'm not whispering. I'm just talking normal, but I'm also being conscious of the people that I all live with. I don't want to wake them up or disturb them in any way, so maybe that's why my voice is soft. But anyways, that was something that Makeup Struggles talked about, and a lot of people have been commenting that my voice is soothing. That's the first time anybody has ever said that to me. Trust and believe. But anyways, I left my project pan items over there. Let me go get them, and then I will show you guys my progress. So let's get to it. Alright, all the items have been acquired. I did finish a couple items in this project, as you will know if you saw my update, which I did in the beginning of December, end of November, and I will link that up in the cards as well. I finished a couple of items. I actually hit pan on quite a few eyeshadows in that time frame, so that's why I rolled in a couple more products just to get more use out of more items in my collection. One of the items that I put in here was my lip liner. This is what it looks like right now. Of course, I couldn't be bothered to mark this on a piece of paper, but I've gotten a significant amount of wear for this product. It's a good product and everything. I just generally don't reach for lip liners, so I just wanted to put them in a project pan to actually get use out of them. And yeah, I would recommend them. I do prefer lip liners like this where I can sharpen them, but if you don't, Kat Von D, I know a lot of people don't like but her lip liner is really good. And then NYX also has a retractable lip liner formula. I haven't tried it, but I can't imagine that it's bad. Next, I had this beast, which clearly it conquered me. This was the NYX Milk Pencil Crayon. I've gotten a very good amount of wear from this. This has been the only eyeshadow primer I've used for months and I still have a good amount in here, which once again I brought up. I don't feel the need to buy any more eyeshadow primers. I feel like I have a lot, although I've been teeter-tottering over getting a Makeup Revolution one after I finish this, because I really do enjoy having a white base in my collection. But other than that, I have as many bases as I need to set or to put my eyeshadows on. Next was my NYX Tame and Fame Tinted Brow Pomade. Now, I did a really good job on this pomade, I would say. I started with very little pan, and as you can see, I've got a good chunk used. I hate this pomade. That's the only reason why it's in this project. I wanted to finish it, get rid of it. Obviously, it was a wee bit unrealistic, only giving myself 3 months. But I've left this open to try and dry it out because that's why I hated it. It has just fallen completely out because it is so dry. I am throwing this away. I have gotten my use out of it. I think I got this for like $10. This was my first pomade, so now I know. And I have other pomades in my collection that I prefer a lot more. So I'm just ready to get rid of this baby and use some of my other I'm just ready to use some of my other eyebrow products. So this will be decluttered. Next is a product that I actually did finish. It was my L'Oreal Infallible Pro Matte Foundation. I had this one in Cocoa. This was one of my oldest foundations in my collection. Oldest drugstore foundation. I have another foundation that I think might be slightly older than that, and it's my Estee Lauder Double Wear. I do have a mindset to actually get that baby finished this year as well, but I'm super happy I got this one. As you can see, I did not cut the top. For me, I just cannot be bothered to do that personally, and I was squeezing it. I couldn't get any more product out. I'm happy that I got the use out of it. I think this is like a $10 foundation. Very happy with what I got. I don't like the undertone, so I will not be repurchasing this, and I also don't like the finish after a significant amount of wear on my complexion. So I wanted to throw something in here. This was not in this project, but I had this Sasa Buttercup Loose Setting Powder in a previous project that I had last year as well, and I just wanted to let you guys know that I'm finished. So I do tend to go ahead and try and actually finish any products that I had in my project pan that I want to get out of my collection, and that was a product. So I just wanted to come on here and let you guys know that I did finish that one. Now back to my actual project pan items for this project. Next, I wanted to show you guys my Fenty Beauty Invisiblot blotting powder. I hit pan. Now if you follow me on my Instagram, you would have already seen this pan. I've been doing a lot of like pan photos and even a lot of my travel photos, so if you're interested, go ahead and follow me on that. But yeah, I hit pan. I was so excited to hit pan on this, and just to get wear. Like, this was like, I want to say $20 or $30. Now I have some other items that I want to hit pan, and when I hit pan, I feel like I really truly understand the product. With this product, I think it's nice. I think it's good. Would I repurchase it? Probably not, just for the sense that I think I can get the same impact from a different and a drugstore product. I really do appreciate the fact that this is a white powder, but there's no flashback. There's no real damage to my face, if you will. I actually have it setting my full entire face today. But yeah, I really do enjoy this powder, and I would recommend it if you want to spend the money. If not, there are definitely drugstore alternatives, and I would say just go for one of those, to be really honest. Next is a product I'm super annoyed that I did not finish this, and this is my lipstick in Matte Glam, and that is how much product I had left. Literally, I would say this is probably like a week's worth of use. I thought I packed this in my bag when I went on my trip, and I did not. So I'm highly annoyed about that. And honestly, I've had this for a really long time. This is an old lipstick. I'm just gonna go ahead and declutter this, throw this right in the trash. I got my use out of it. I want to say this was like $5, and I've clearly gotten my $5 use out of that. Next, I have this Too Faced Chocolate Gold palette. Now, I put this in my project to get more used to decide whether I needed the chocolate bar gingerbread palette. I ended up getting that as a gift, so I was super happy about that. But I've gotten a really good amount of wear from this shade. I've been using that to set my lid. I've also been using some of the other mattes as transition colors, and I've been using some of the metallics as highlighters when needed. So I think this is a really good palette. I'm happy I have it in my collection. Like I said, I would just put it in here just to get more use out of it, and yeah, I'm happy. Next, I had the Modern Renaissance from ABH. I put this in my collection, or I put this in this project because I had not reached for it really since I purchased it, and that was what, 2-3 years ago. I have good dips in these two down here, and those are really the two that I really reached for when I went for this palette. It's really shown me that this is not a palette I need in my collection, so I'm actually really thinking heavily about putting this as a pan that palette this year. I know I already have too many palettes in a project pan, but I think that since I'm really slowing down my purchasing, having a lot of palettes is not going to be a big deal anymore. I do have a good amount that I need to go through and test out for you guys, but still, I think I might go ahead and put this in a project pan. We will see though. Next, I have this Pretty Fun and Fearless Ciate London and Chloe Morello palette. I ended up using a good amount of these shimmers, specifically this one, and a good amount of the mattes. As you can see, I did not hit pan at all, but having this palette really stopped me from buying the Kevyn Aucoin palette, which I still do kind of want, but the urge is no longer, I'm not dying to get it anymore. So I'm happy I put this in this project to really force myself to see, do I really need that palette? Next, I put my Sugar Pill Pro palette in this project for these two shades. This top one is Taco and this one is Butter Cupcake. As you can see, I hit pan in Taco. Super excited about that. I mean, I was really going in on that shadow, and I really did go in on Butter Cupcake, but I'm not setting my lid with that, so it's definitely going to take more use for me to really hit pan on that one, whereas Butter Cupcake, I'm setting my lid, or Taco, I'm setting my lid, so you really get to use a lot more, a lot frequently. So I'm really happy about that. If you need a really good white, I would highly recommend the Taco shadow from Sugar Pill. That is my favorite white in my collection, and Butter Cupcake is my favorite yellow, hence why I put these two in this project pan. And then the last item that I can remember, I tend to forget items, but the last item that I can remember that I put in this project pan is the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I got a good amount of wear. Definitely, as you can see, did not hit pan in any of these items or any of these shadows. I didn't honestly expect to, but I got a good amount of wear, of course, in that same quad that I was telling you, and it actually extended to some of these lighter shimmers. I went in for those too. So it's a good quality palette. I'm happy it's in my collection. It's the only Morphe palette I have, and honestly, it's the only Morphe palette I feel the need to have. I only purchased it to review for you guys when I only had a blog. People wanted me to review it, and you know, I'm happy that this was the one palette that I went ahead and purchased from Morphe, but I don't feel the need to purchase any others from Morphe at this current juncture. But yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed this update. Really quick. I know it's not like the typical really heavily influenced project panner update. I know I didn't have like my original stills and then these. I'm sorry, my life has been super hectic. I will try and do that for this year's projects because I want to do a couple, but yeah, here I am. Okay, that's the end of this video, and as always, y'all, it has been real. Peace.